Hello, welcome to NOLA Stamping. I'm Barb Baldwin, and this month we're playing around with some timeless plaids paper and sort of looking at what we can do with them. The paper is like a 6x6 size, and all the colors are like just super neutrals, and they work really well for like a variety of different things. Like you can use the colors for like just so many different options. Today we're going to be making a birthday card, and we're going to use like that. We're going to focus on that Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock colors to try and make a little bit of a more masculine card for a pug lover. So we're going to go ahead and grab Pretty Peacock, and we're going to use that as the card base. So we're going to do this cool bookbinding sort of card base. So we're going to need a piece that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then we're going to score it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2 inches. So that'll give us the extra little fold that we need to just do that fun little extra thing. And then we're also going to need a piece of Pretty Peacock that's 3 inches by 3 inches. And for the plaids, I picked that Lost Lagoon plaid, and we're going to use both sides of it. So both of the pieces that I need have 4 inches. So I need one piece that's 4 by 4 and one piece that's 1 inch by 4 inches. So I just cut the 4 inches first, and then 4, and then take that last inch. Now, since the peacock is kind of a darker color, we also need the like interior sentiment panel. We need to cut that out of white. So we're going to cut a piece that's 4 by 4 again for the interior sentiment, and then for that front diamond, we're going to need a piece that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then for our little strip on the front, that's going to be like about 3 inches wide by 1/2 inch tall. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. For that front, I'm going to use Memento Black Ink because I want to be able to color in the dog with some markers. So that'll let the alcohol markers not like smear around and stuff. And then for the interior sentiment, I'm stamping one of the little greetings. I think it was a happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser, which I thought was kind of a nice sentiment for the interior. And then I'm just going to color that pug dog real quick. I'm using Triblend markers from Spectrum Noir, and they have like 3 shades of the same kind of color. So it makes it easy to do shadows and stuff like that. So I'm just using the golden brown and going over most of the pug with that, and then doing a couple little shadows around the tummy and around the mouth and stuff. And then I'm going to use earth brown, the light earth brown shades for the ears, the tail, and the little muzzle. And then I'm using a pink, like just a dark pink for the tongue. And then for the hat, since it's like a narrower band, and I want it to tie into the card, I use the Stampin' Right, the peacock color, and the daffodil. And so then we're going to put some parts together, and we're going to stamp again. So that's the exciting thing about this card. So I'm just using some tear and tape, just so then the fold will be like super reinforced. And I'm just putting that tape there underneath that book fold, so that way it won't open all the way. And then I'm going to put that interior sentiment, the 4 by 4 on the inside of the card. And then for the front of the card, we're going to add that timeless plaid. So we're flip-flopping the designs. So the back side, or, the square side like the edge of the book, and then the plaid part on the right hand, the larger side. And then I'm going to use the tear and tape on the dog, because we're going to be cutting this diamond down. And I didn't want to, like, you could either use a liquid adhesive to attach everything together, or the tear and tape is also a pretty sticky adhesive too. So, like, when I cut it, that'll be fine. It won't, come apart or anything like that. So I'm just going to flip it over and mark where I want to do that first cut. And so that was just kind of based on how it would look. But once we get everything stamped on the front, you may need to adjust that cut a little bit. So, but you want to make sure to not cut through the image that you have on the front. Okay, so let's do our second set of stamping. We're going to use the Say and Hey. It's just a whole bunch of different sentiments. So I want to do a strip that says hey, and then or good looking, and then just do hey on the top. So in order to do the hey, I need to sort of figure out where it's going to be, and I just sort of eyeball it just to put it down. I could have marked where I was going to have the little dog. That would have worked too, but just eyeballing it was a quick and easy way to do it. And so I'm just going to cut down that strip for the good looking, and just, I want it to be about half an inch, a little bit more even. And then I'm going to dovetail the left side. So, like, usually you dovetail the right side, but this time we're going to do the left side. So I'm just going to use my quick scissors for that. And then we're going to adhere it down to that front cover, and then the dog diamond will just sort of go over the top of that. So we don't have to worry about that too much. But looking at it, I really want the dog to be over about another 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to pull out my paper trimmer, and I'm just lining up that square side and moving it up 1/4 of an inch on the paper trimmer. And then I'm able to just slice through it. So that'll get the dog to exactly where we want it to go and cover up that little strip and everything. Okay, so just for a final little touch, I want to have a little bit of ribbon on the side. But I don't want it to be all like curly and girly and stuff. So I'm just going to use some neutral baker's twine. And I'm using the white to tie in with the doggy diamond. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a little knot. So, I wrapped around the bookbinding part 3 times. And if you tie a knot, it'll just sort of stay there in the spot. So then all we need to really do is add a couple little embellishments. I'm going to use these Riverside flat gems. So they're sort of self-adhesive, but like the more that I put the gems on, the more I was positive that I didn't like the bow. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of the gems on in a couple different places. I'm trying to do the odd number, and just the more that I looked at the bow, I was like, oh, the bow just doesn't work for me. So what I did was I undid the bow and snipped that off. And then I'm just going to use the gems on the ribbon by itself, and I just used a quick little dab of adhesive to just keep everything sticking right there. And I think it came out pretty good. I really appreciate you making this card along with me. I hope you made it or made it your own, and don't forget to stay crafty.